Hi, Ain. How you doing? You little shit. I'm good. We're gonna start. I have some things to show you guys. Spit on your drink and your lipstick. This was spit, dripping on the juice over your spill. Dripping was sitting on the floor. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic Monday today, on this Monday, because it's not Friday, it's actually Monday. Hello, and welcome back. How are we all doing? How are we all doing today? I hope we're all doing well, doing good, and doing fantastic. Almost 400. Yeah. Well, it was 100 off, but yeah. No more Friday creature design. Saddening. Yeah. It's instead Monday creature designing. Last night, you finished making your base finally in Subnautica. Hell yeah. You're finished in presentable state. In a finished and presentable state. Mm-hmm. See, I think it's Friday now. No. 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 I actually changed it to Monday. Sorry, guys. We can't have Friday every day. Sadly. Just not how it works. You'll save us like 27 hours on it. Jesus. Jesus. But nah, damn, sorry it's Friday for you. Oh, okay. Well, fuck yeah, I guess. Lucky you. Lucky you. I'm not so lucky. Clearly, what she meant was that she's designing a creature around the idea of Friday. Ah, yeah. See, that's what I meant. Mm-hmm. But I changed it to Monday. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I've been playing some more Guild Wars lately, this weekend. And I finished I finished the End of Dragons expansion, which introduced Cantha, the like Asian, Chinese and Japanese inspired nation of Cantha. It was really good. It was a really good expansion. I liked it. Living free. Season digger, I don't want man to ride. Ask another, leave me be. And what hours I'd rather do. Don't need rhyme. Ain't nothing I would rather do. Going down by the time my friends are gonna be there too. I'm on the highway to hell. Hello, Dino. Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day, honey. You've been seeing that, Guild Wars, yeah? You don't get to touch your PC for the next few days. What? Why not? That sucks. Speed limit. Nobody's gonna slow me down. How are you doing, Dino? It's good to see you back again. Also, this reminds me, I saw a short of a guy, like it was insane, but a guy driving a car, having a camera pointed at him, and he's in a car crash, like a really bad car crash, and his car gets flipped, so he's hanging upside down. And as you hear the car like warning, uh, like sounds going off, like doot 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 doot. Highway to Hell comes on from his radio that's been dead for years. And it's in the rhythm of the warning noise. And he just looks at the radio and turns up the music. It was fantastic. I see the energy is high over here. It's yeah, we got some high energy. It's too damn hot and the PC just contributes to the heat. Oh, I see. I know exactly what you mean. Exactly. I know exactly what you mean. I still have the same problem. Though it's we're having a low pressure at the moment, or is it high pressure? It's getting colder. Um and I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday that it was actually really, really warm. And it felt like a sauna in my room. Absolute cinema. Yeah, literally. It was fucking insane, dude. Like, it was kind of crazy. I kind of want to show you guys that video just because it's so good. See. Hmm. Here it is. I found it. It's kind of insane, actually. Where's the thingy? Window. There we go. Aura farming. It's literally called aura farming. The video. Also, don't look at my tabs. Just, just don't. Like, look at this guy. Also, I need to make sure the tabs. I beg you, listen, listen. We can do this. There you go. You know C tab anymore. Let's see. Eyes from the tab. Don't look at them. Just don't look at them. So much better, of course. Can you hear this? Yes, you can. Look at this shit. That's insane.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
That's crazy. That's the song. Like, this is such a fantastic intro to just a fucking amazing show or something. I don't fucking know. It's insane. Let's see. But anyways, let's hop into here and I'll show you guys what I've been doing. Let's see. I don't know what we're gonna call this guy yet. This dragon thing. But we do have a idea of what it might look like. That would be an intro to an awesome high-paced action movie, but the main character gets hit unexpectedly by some random pedestrian instead of the police. Huh? Dragon, let's go. Let's go. I have taken inspiration from several different images I found. Like this one, for example. You see it on the tail. I definitely want this, like, what they have done, because it's such a cool idea for tail feathers going down. But I wanted to combine it with something like this. And the wing I also kind of stole. I really like this design. I will try and make it something of my own, for sure. But we also have this little guy here that I was thinking maybe making its head be that of an eagle instead. Drag on these nuts. Fancy chicken, yeah. Welcome in, Val. I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you, Bunny, for the care package. And welcome in, honey. Show them I dare you. Oh my god. Let's see. I was thinking of doing this for the tail feathers. I think that could be kind of cool. But we're gonna keep it like this for now, I think. And I wanted to try doing something else for the head. Like, I don't hate the head, but I feel like it's a little bit too generic. Hello, Lurker. Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day. I fear no nuts. Such a pervert in your chat, Myra. Sweetie, you cannot say anything about being perverted. Dino has my full support. Just try not to be inappropriate. Hope you're having a good start to your week. I am. Thank you. I hope you're as well. We are just doing some light work on the dragon here. Let's see. Um, Ben. Ben actually suggested something in the Discord about having a double set of wings to help with the gliding. Who's gonna stop me? What are you gonna do? Shut me up, kiss me on the lips? Oh boy, that took a turn. Oh my god. Let's see. Let's do this, I think. Like, I do want the. Okay, let's keep it like that. This, the keel of the dragon. When you look at like dragon anatomy for, for these types of dragons, they need a really big keel in order to support the muscles that are needed for flight. But since it's not, you know, made for active flight, it might not need as big of a keel, you know? Double set of wings would be nice. Push me against the wall with a hand over my mouth. Oh, good lord, sweetheart. Pervert. Yeah. Yeah, Dino. Ain is. Yeah. She's being a real pervert now, isn't she? Let's see. That. And that, maybe? No. I think we'll get rid of this and make this a feathered area instead. Like so. And that way it can kind of mesh a little bit better with the wings, I guess. I forgot the music, didn't I? Yes, I did. So they like to glide much more. Uh, you've never been a pervert a day in your life. And should I be lying, may Sue strike me down. Ah, shit, she's gone, chat. Hello, Dev. I hope you're having a lovely day. We're gonna put on some more fantasy music, I think. Like that. Yes, you did. Who needs music anyways? Just became lovely. Thank you. Oh, how sweet you are. How sweet you are, honey. Okay, that could work. Work. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think I need to, like, now this looks more like hair, I think. It's music for that one movie, Lord of the Forge. What kind of biome is this dragon from? The same as the qual beast, qual horn. Um, this is supposed to be the primary predator of the qual horns. Remember? I feel like you need to make it chunkier if you add another set of wings. Otherwise, flying wouldn't be that difficult with its current size. I think I'm no physicist. um, if I wanted this dragon to actually be able to fly right now, I would make its body way smaller, in order for its wings to actually be able to support anything, you know? And what we want is for it to be able to glide. Right now, it looks like the wing sort of like the neck and head is sort of a separate part from the rest of the body, which I don't want. I want them to mesh better. So I might have to get rid of this a little bit, and definitely the scales. What I can do is, okay, so I have the some hair flowing from the head there, and I also put in these uh, quill-like structures here. I might actually do this. And make them actually usable in some way, you know? If I'm not mistaken, the ability to glide for long periods is to conserve energy and most make the most of the environment. In this case, the updrafts from the mountains. In my mind, the ability to glide for this creature is to see, I'm gonna draw it out. You have a valley down here. We have these guys sitting on top of mountains, um, like so. Looking down on these valleys, scouting for prey. So they would be sitting up here, maybe. Say that's its wing, head, tail, going behind the mountain. And feet. They would be sitting up here, waiting and looking. And when the time comes, they would spread their wings and just glide down, reaching high speeds, I guess. And pouncing sort of on the prey that they've seen. May have developed a gliding ability to go long distances in the mountains, and because it doesn't eat very often, could be. This is my thought on how these creatures live and what they were not developed, evolved to do. I think they evolved together with the koal beasts, um, and sort of got bigger when the koal horns got bigger in order to, capitalize. Well, they did capitalize on the abundant food. And that's why they look like this in my mind. I think the feathers are more so used to keep somewhat warm, since the valleys and mountains are kind of quite far from the equator. And I'm thinking that it would be quite cold in those parts of the world and wet, you know? And my thinking is that after they have glided down, caught a prey, ate their fill, they would clamber up the mountain again. Possibly with the help of updraft. That could be cool if they actually utilize those. The the thought of another set of wings, though, I'm not sure how I would make that work realistically. That's probably a challenge for a biologist because I am not a biologist and I don't know how the hell I would do that. But we got its claws, which would be its primary weapon. Um, see, the claw horns are much bigger than these creatures, so they need their weapons to be, you know, able to take down these creatures. The legs could be wings. Search for Microraptor. I know about Microraptor. I was thinking about them when I heard four wings, but those were climbing dinosaurs, if I'm not mistaken, and their legs could spread out to the side, which I'm not sure these dragons would actually have that ability. A personal culture, I see. Oh, if only you knew, sweetheart. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Could actually. How big are they? There. Okay. It would be that big then. Just the size to eat your head off. Yeah. We might. I might make the coal horns a tad bit smaller. Like they're still fucking humongous. But, you know, I think they might be a tad too humongous. So maybe that. You like them big? I like them big. I like them chunky. I like them round. I like them plumpy. See? Like, these dragons are still fucking huge. You didn't pay attention. I thought it was a single creature. No. uh, these guys, the buffaloes, are what the dragons hunt. The dragon is bear sized minus wings and tail. Yeah, basically. But we might make them a tiny bit smaller. I don't know. Like so. Although, like, we want them to be able to hunt these guys. What if we make them pack animals? Still fucking huge. Also, they fly, so double terrifying. True. Although I don't feel like I want to make them pack animals. They might stay in family groups for a while. Like the females and their offspring might stay in family packs for a while until they're like ready to move on from the nest, I guess. But I don't feel like I want to make them, you know, pack animals fully. We're gonna keep it like this, I think. Or actually, let's keep it like that. Let's make them big. Let's make them fucking big. And that's not what I want. And having these quills actually sort of implies that they are being preyed on as well, actually. Unless they're like solely for this display. And what would be feeding on these guys? There are a few examples of flying animals that hunt in packs, but it is not impossible. Yeah, it's not impossible, of course. Ain, you are such a good girl. I'm so very proud of you, honey. You've done so well. You've deserved a break for a while. Why don't you lay down a little bit and take care of yourself? Say that the existence of these either becomes like a full on display structure, like a peacock's tail, or they're used in defense. Oh, right. We did say that these guys were going to have a toxic bite, not toxic, something, a something bite, right? Oh, goodness. So they might not have to be as big as this, in order to take down a call horn. Like I'm thinking of Komodo dragons. Venomous or poisonous. Venom is out when it bites you. Poison is out when you bite it. Hmm. Pink is when you bite each other. Have it. Let's see. I feel like I need to do that. I feel like. Okay. Cup of sunflowers. Welcome back, honey. I hope you're having a lovely day. It's good to see you again, sweetheart. How are you doing? So you can't be kinky and stupid at the same time. I mean, you can, I suppose. I missed you too, sweetie. You okay? Depressed by okay, but okay? What do you mean? Sweetie, I'm sorry to hear you're depressed. You can, but in this case, you'd both die. Oh, that's just a general safety hazard. Well, you have bipolar, no control over that. I see. I see. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay despite that, at least. Thanks, Bunny, for the care package. Oh, you want short hair today? Do you like short hair, Bunny? Even started drawing again. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you're having fun with it. You like both? Yeah, I do too. I do too. One thing I think I need to change on these, I haven't given them a name, but I think I need to make their claws even more deadly, if I'm honest. Since they're gonna go up against like the most powerful animal in the valley. And there we go. Just do that. Make it like look heftier. And there we go. Yeah. Ah. What if I like no hair? Well, that I guess that's okay too. I sadly don't have that doggle. Your eyes feel so heavy. Oh, sweetie. Have you had any breakfast yet? You have been started making an outfit for a friend's character, and now they have a Moses outfit. Let's go. That's fantastic. Bold Rafiti. Okay, sweetie. It's actually Bildra. Bildra. A Moses outfit. That sounds awesome. It does. And you started working on Kappa's true form, which is looking more like a traditional cherubim with 3 heads. Okay. That sounds interesting. You've eaten and showered, just tired, I suppose. Oh, goodness. Yes, they are a Mosasaur. So you have decided to give them Mosasaur flippers as an outfit. Let's go. That's cute. Let's um, make this one as well. We're gonna go ahead and shade it. So that, and now can do I love hooked claws. Like I think they look so badass, you know? Like looking at eagles' claws and I mean talons, hooked talons. You know what this dragon needs? Of course, a raptor claw. Yes, of course, raptor claws. Santa but a raptor. Santa raptor would be an awesome Arctic dinosaur. Have it be slightly fluffy. I don't think I'm on the same page as you guys. So it's not going to have a raptor claw because I'm taking inspiration from, where is it? These guys, where it has instead two opposite facing sort of uh, thumb digits almost, you know? I think that looks really cool. And it would be able to sort of carry things off much more easily. That's cool. I get it. Yeah. All raptors should be fluffy. That's the law. I think so too. Yeah. So, got the big one, got the small one. Also, I've been thinking, should I, should we make these uh also be tamed by the culture that lives among them? Then we can have sort of gliding infantry or something like scouts that that not not roosting are stationed up on the mountains or something. So hook claws to hold on while biting with venom. Yeah, sort of like a Komodo dragon, but you know, an actual dragon. I'm thinking maybe they could be rideable, but they wouldn't be able to, like, you know, fly, and their gliding capabilities would be slightly diminished when having someone on. Humans domesticated cows and dogs, so don't see why not. True. True. Now, though, I want to look at this head here and see if we can't do something slightly better than this. Um, and see if I actually do want it to be a reptile's head. I want to experiment a little bit, you know? Actually, let's do this. Never mind. I think something like that, maybe. So, get rid of this. Okay, let's copy this, get rid of that, and let's see. Don't Komodo just watch after biting and wait for the prey to rot and get weakened? Yeah, they do. And I was thinking the same could go for these guys. Just they are a little bit more active, you know, in their hunting strategy to some extent. Okay, so let's get rid of this. We can save that. methinks. And get rid of this. And don't worry, this is just a copy. If we do this, I think that the Komodo dragon thing wouldn't work really, since it doesn't have any teeth or stuff like that. Maybe it does still, but I don't know. I don't know of any beaked creatures that actually uses venom. Except for maybe octopuses. Komodo dragons actually have sharp teeth. Yeah, they do. Did you know that Komodo dragons have traces of iron in their teeth, which make them sharper? I did not know that. You learned that from Ark. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. Ark actually uh, teaches stuff. Isn't completely fiction. Okay. Happy VTuber Day. Welcome in, Ghost Boy. Happy VTuber Day. I did not know it's National VTuber Day. And here I am with no present. I can't believe this. Did anyone bring any presents for National VTuber Day? Hmm. Now, this is getting a little bit more difficult with how I want it to look. You got me this heart. Don't ask where I got it. Thank you, look. That's really sweet of you. You brought your company. That's more than enough. Thank you. Oh, how shameful. Please don't punish me. hmm. Hmm. I'm not sure. Something sounds suspicious with those words. I can't put my finger on it. It may be. I should actually open its mouth a tiny bit more. And maybe that comes forward a little bit more. Okay. And that, I guess, could go like that. A little bit, but like a bald eagle. Bald eagle. Bald bearded vulture. That's what I mean. Yeah, no kinks. Well, you gotta go by. Thank you for stopping by, Ghost Boy. Have a lovely rest of your day. Like, I think I scared him. My apologies. No, you're all good, sweetie. You're all good. Sweetie, do you know where you are? Do you know where you are, honey? Everyone who's here right now knows exactly where they are. And they fucking like it. Isn't that right? You little perverts. You do know, but you don't know if they knew. Oh, they knew. Oh, they knew. Everyone knows. Hippathy, welcome back, Hip. You're so innocent. What do you mean? Of course. Of course you are. So innocent. Hey, boss, you gotta skedaddle going to see the Mandalorian movie. Hell yeah. Hope you have a lovely day. And I hope you enjoy the movie. Thank you for stopping by and have a great rest of your day. Mwah. So. Let's do that maybe. Give it a little bit of what's it called? Personality. Cult of personality. There we go. Let's do that. Oh my goodness. Yes. Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day, honey. Thank you so much for the care package. We're getting so many care packages. Lamp. Hello. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you again, honey. We are currently working on a, what's it called? A sort of dragon creature. Is going to act as a predator towards another creature that we made. Let's see. I'm not too sure. Journey. Oh, I love this game. I've never played it. I've just seen it, and it's such a beautiful game. I couldn't take my eyes off it for so long when I first saw it. Red Malum, cool creature. Thank you. Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day, honey. Hello. You're literally so happy. Why are you so happy? No work and you feel fussy, and it's only 4 days till you buy yourself a graphics tablet. Let's fucking go. That sounds amazing. I'm really happy for you. Malum, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you'll enjoy your stay here. How am I though? I'm doing good, Kip. Thank you. Just working, chugging along on this creature here. See. We're gonna try. So we're gonna see which one we like the most. But we got this one, which is more reptilian and dragon-like, and then this one, which is more rock-like. I don't know if you know what a rock is in like mythology and D&D, but it's basically a really, really big bird. It's very cool. Thank you. Did I make it from scratch, like made up? Yes, I did. I took inspiration from these guys. And I also, let's see, we also made this boy, which is called a qualhorn. And these guys are one food source to this dragon creature that we're making. It's really impressive. Why, thank you. That's so sweet of you. A rock? Yes, I have my favorite one with me always. That's great, honey. I'm glad. I'm so happy for you that you have a rock. Let's see. We're gonna try and oh, actually, let's do this. Sort of make it be a little bit teeth-like, you know? So this is gonna help it shear flesh with its beak. Yes. Yes. That one doesn't have to be as big. There we go. And that one there. I kind of like this, actually. If we don't make this the head for this creature, I could use it for something else, actually. Let's do that, I think. And let's wait. Let's make it a little bit more feathered around the eyes. Okay. The physiology is amazing and works well with the beak. Why, thank you. Wow. I'm glad you like it. And that is a genuine statement too. You genuinely have a rock that you always carry with you. I'm so, I'm so happy for you, Kip. A crystal, that's the word. You got a crystal. Okay. You want me to speak Swedish? Of course you do. Okej, så jag gillar också fågelhuvudet, men jag har like, min liksom syn på den här varelsen är, min bild i skallen är väldigt reptilig. Du vet, jag gillar det här. Jag tycker det ser bra ut hittills, men jag vet inte om det här kommer vara det huvudet som vi faktiskt fortsätter med, du vet. Också. Kanske måste göra sådär. Så kanske? You want me for yourself for a few minutes? Is that illegal? It's quite illegal. You're a big horror movie fan and you love all kinds of creatures and monsters and you love analyzing their physiology. So let's see a creature like that actually makes sense. Thank you. I can't handle horror, sadly. Like I just I can't handle it. I'm such a wuss when it comes to horror. But I'm really glad you think this is looking good so far. Jag håller med, det ser väldigt bra ut. Thank you. You'll gladly go to jail then. Yep, jail time it is. Bye bye. We do have to look at this when it comes to the feathering, at least for the bird or bird-like creature. Or aesthetic, I should say. And down here we can have more or less, I feel like down here it can start going featherless, you know? I'm not sure. Was banned for 69 seconds. Reason roar. What is wrong with you? Like, fucking silly bastard. I think this needs to go. Sadly. Doesn't really make any much sense to me there. So, either, like, this is not the final thing for the reptilian style. I think I want to change the head slightly. And I also think the head is probably going to change a little bit here too. I think the eye needs to come down. Like to there, maybe. I also like to do this. It's looking kind of sad. Let's not make it a sad monster. Sad creature. Maybe. If we do that, Will it look like feathers? I think it kind of does look like feathers. You heard me smile, so nothing is wrong with you. Sweetie, that's not how it works. Hi, Squiggle. Welcome back, honey. Hope you're having a lovely time being home again. Hope the weather is still warm so that you're not in as much pain. What do the people who domesticated the quollen think of the bird dragon, since it's the hunter of their animal, respected, disliked, or just the way of nature? I think um, they would definitely like deify it because the Roths hold the Qualhorns in such a high regard, in such a high position in their minds. They have deified this animal, the Qualhorns. And I think seeing another animal being able to actively and successfully hunt such a large creature that they hold to such a high regard would definitely make them not only wary of it, but also respectful of it, and most likely deify it and make mythos around these two creatures. It looks like an ambush predator that would swoop down using its body weight to immobilize prey, along with quick swipes from its beak, helping weaken it, and the spines on its back. With such a nice touch, they are similar to the ones fish have and used for sharp maneuvers, which works well on this creature considering it would move at high speeds. I like how you think. This is how it works for you. No, it doesn't work like that. The prey animal you made, having the spines on its back as an evolutionary trait to defend against the aerial attacks, is just perfect. The amount of world building from just two creatures' designs is awesome. So, no need to say sorry. Thank you so much for the high praise. That's really, really sweet and really nice to hear. You're definitely right. Like, I did design this creature first and then had a thought about this creature and what the Qualhorns would evolve as defenses against it. And you're definitely right with the fast sweeping attack of this one. My thought is, wait, I did it. I did a thing. No, not that thing. Yeah. My thought is that they stay high up in the mountains of these valleys that we see them in, which is over here. We see these creatures evolve in these valleys over here. And my thought is that they have very good eyesight and scan for prey down in the valleys, which would be the Qualhorns, among other stuff, other creatures. And then they would take off and just glide along the mountainside down and hit whatever they see with extreme force, sort of like a hawk. And if we were to go with this design, which was my favorite design at first, it would have evolved or developed a toxic bite similar to Komodo dragons, in order to combat the quills. Because at first, these things targeted the big humps on the backs of the quoll horns in order to take them down, sort of push them to the ground, and then go for the neck, perhaps. Since they can't do that anymore without risking injury, I'm thinking they developed a countermeasure that the quoll horns can't really defend against properly. So yeah, I'm trying to find something that works specifically against the quoll horns at the moment. The earth god and the sky god. Yeah, exactly. You've changed the law. It is how it works. Oh, okay. Is the Komodos that don't really have their own venom. They just carry really fucked up bacteria in their mouth and saliva. That is what actually kills you. I think so, yeah. Yes. I trust Malum on this. Uh, Dino, you said they had iron in their mouths to keep their teeth sharp. Komodos, I mean. So I'm thinking that the quoll horns use their horns and hoofs to dig for minerals, which is how the Roths, the culture we're building, sort of realized that the mountains in these valleys are very mineral rich and became sort of a metallurgy and metal producing culture. And the Quellhorns use that as sort of salt lick, I'd say. Oh shit, we have an ad break. Oh, Komodos don't really have venom per se. Their saliva is very potent anticoagulant that will cause the animal to slowly bleed out, allowing the lizard to re-pick up its blood trail at any time to find its prey again. It's such an amazing evolutionary tactic of an animal. Also, please tell me if you guys can still hear me and don't have an ad break at the moment. They're an exhaustion hunter. It's so cool. Yeah, it fucking is. They simply bite a creature like a bison, then sit, wait, and watch until the animal grows too weak to defend itself and then eats it alive. Yeah. It's horrifying. I was just about to say that Red beat me to it. Yeah. So that is why I'm thinking of still using the reptilian head for these creatures, even though I very much like uh, the bird head as well. I think it suits it for sure. But we're designing a dragon is the thing. Like I'm thinking of this as a dragon or wyvern, which is a type of dragon, but who cares? So, so. I just thought of something here. Oh my god, you guys. Just I was at a dinner at my dad's place in during the weekend, and as someone who doesn't drink, like it always fascinates me how every time I go to a dinner, a party, or something like that, that whenever there are drinks involved, it turns into a shouting fest, a shouting competition for everyone involved, even though we're just talking like, about nothing at all. You're going to assume at this stage that they don't breathe fire. That'd be a very useful tool for hunting. Yeah, no fire, sadly. But you want my long hair? There you go. Alcohol lowers inhibitions, including self control of speaking volume. Yeah, it lowers a lot of things. Hey, I like this. I like this. Yes. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking. So the animal has sort of a fur like filament, not filament. Are they filament? Quills or fur like structures or feather like structures like dinosaurs in order to, keep warm in this environment. But I think that the underside would be relatively fur free, like along the tail, the belly, and the neck or throat. I feel like it would be less fur. You do like this take for this head on the animal, but the drawback is the behavior would not be a lot more calculated because of the amount of energy they would burn. Flying around, they would swoop down, bite the colon, and then sit in the mountain tops, using their great eyesight to observe the prey that slowly weakens till they can go down and eat the downside caused by this. Oh, the downside caused by this is they wouldn't really be able to afford the energy to go after an animal smaller than a quail. The thing is, they don't, they cannot, in my mind, actively fly. The only thing they do is glide. They are too big and their wings are too small for them to actually be able to fly, I think, in my mind. And I think they evolved to just jump off of mountains and glide down and actively go after a prey. And since gliding takes less energy than active flights, I think they have energy over to actively hunt something instead. Although they will use energy in order to climb up a mountain again. Can they use thermals to gain height? I think so. I think they won't be flapping their wings, actively in order to keep height, but maybe thermals can be used, especially in order to climb back a mountain. So it's not a glide that loses height, it's a glide that's stable. I'd say they won't stay in the air for long periods of time. They will glide downwards. Doesn't lose too much height, I mean. I think they could stay in the air for shorter periods of time if they want to like reposition. They could jump down the mountain, glide, and sort of gain height on thermals and perch on a mountain somewhere else. Thermal gliding is a slow process, so if they can't stay in the air long, likely they aren't thermal riders. Then yeah. If it's a slow enough process, they wouldn't do it, I don't think. Maybe, but I don't think so. There might be a version where they do. That is not what we're doing today. That changes things. You agree more with the reptilian head now because they can benefit as much from the beak without the ability to stay in the air with flight. And the fins make even more sense, allowing them to make tight maneuvers as they glide down the mountain surface. Yeah, I think that when they glide down, they definitely I think they would stay as close to the surface of the mountain as possible in order to sort of camouflage, I guess. They would have muted colors for sure in order to stay hidden in the mountains. They could glide over their prey and use the tail to hit it with a mortal wound, so they don't need to slow down or go too low. The tail? I hadn't thought about that. Maybe they could have like quills or spikes on their tails, perhaps. I don't know. It's something we can try to add for sure. Yeah, gonna do that. Yeah. I have been thinking, do I want to do this? Make it a tad slimmer. Slim the head down a little bit, maybe. And in this case, you also agree with the way making their underside more beefy, giving them more mass for their ambush and making them very sturdy to take the impact. Yes. I don't want to make them pushovers, you know. Like they can brawl if something squares up to them for sure. Like if they use their claws or talons effectively in many ways. No, stop that. There we go. I was also thinking of making the head a different shape that I was thinking about. So let's try that real quick. I was thinking of making the head even beefier than what it was. You like the tail idea, but also you will find that in nature tails aren't used as weapons very often for a reason, and that's because they are made strictly for mobility and anything else on it can disrupt it. That is true. Like if something were to happen on the to the tail on this creature, it would most likely hinder its capability to safely fly down or glide down a mountain. Ricky baby, welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day, honey. Okay, so I was thinking with the head, let's get away with this too. We can keep the eye where it is, I think. But I think we can do this. Yeah, let's do that. And also, this is probably going to be, if we go for a more sturdy looking creature. So, it would be let's take you away. I'm thinking here, I'm thinking that if we want to make it use its head more during hunting, which I personally am not the biggest fan of when it comes to ideas for this thing, but I want to try it out at least. You'll stop paragraphing now. You got your nerd ramblings out. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking such interest in this. It's fantastic. Thank you. You'd assume more so it would use its legs for the slamming. Exactly. That's what I've been thinking uh, for the time when I've been sort of designing it. But there is also a world where I'm thinking of it using minerals um, similar to the Komodo dragon, keeping its teeth sharp, but also reinforcing structures on its head. You know? Not like that though. My Kingdom. I feel like I've heard this song so many times, but I can't remember from where. Let's see, what can we do here for the lower jaw? Was thinking making the lower jaw also a little bit more sturdy. But actually, let me try making it just full on fantasy. Full on fantasy. Let's do it. Fantasy time. Fantasy time. We like fantasy here. Ooh, actually, the head is gonna be a lot smaller. Wait, stop that. This is stupid. It kind of looks nice, but it's not functional in any way, I don't think. This would be if it like used its jaws to crush bones, I think, which it would not. You know what? No, I don't like it. It's either of these two that we're going with. The moment, I definitely like this more because it has more character to it. So, what can we do here to give this more character? Maybe horns? The other one doesn't have horns, which would strictly be a display structure. Hack snout. Yeah, I was thinking that. The bird head does not have horns. Oh, I think that's a little bit too big. So why not take this chance to give the dragon its horns? I think they would call this creature a dragon, I think, in their own language. Look up the bioraptors from Pitch Black. Might be good inspiration. So remember when I said I was done paragraphing? I lied. I had another idea. Please show us your idea. Bioraptors. Bioraptors. Pitch Black. Oh shit. Oh my god. What the fuck? Is this from Riddick? I do not remember these at all. Jesus. That's fucking terrifying. What the fuck? No. Okay. That's not what I wanted to press on. There we go. True, but also as another idea, when it comes to nullifying blunt damage, if we go full fantasy, the mineral and armor look for the head is nice, but you also have the option of looking at real world examples of an animal with higher blunt damage resistance. And a good example would be the rear of a wombat, which has a lot of thick skin and cartilage rather than bone, offering insane protection and shock absorption. The rear of a wombat. Holy fuck. Oh my god, you're right. Although that would make them very chubby in the face, like skin hanging down chubby. I can see an idea in my head for that, but I'm not sure I like it. Wombats of wombats often burrow to escape predators using their rear to block the entrance and sometimes even slam backwards into a predator's head. And that mass is almost enough to kill most animals on impact. Jesus Christ. That's fucking crazy. Do you want to put that here instead, maybe? Perhaps. And what about that? It definitely makes it look like that more, like from above, which I like, but I feel like I need to make it a little bit better. Not as drastic. Sort of like that, maybe. Yes, it would make them chubby in the face, which is why I lean more towards the legs being used for slamming, but I want to offer some input, some head ramming ideas. Thank you for that. I did get an idea in my head of a dragon with loose skin on its head, like flaps of skin and scales. I thought it was an interesting idea. It was a really interesting idea. Oh, guys, have you seen the bearded vulture? Thank you, Caleb, for the care package, and welcome in, honey. How are you doing, sweetie? Thank you, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Right now, this doesn't look like uh, hair or like feathery structures, but I think I can make it look like a feathery structure. You're good, I'm glad. I'm glad. What have you been up to today? You've been good. Have you behaved? I want to. Should it be like that? Let's do like that for now. maybe, maybe you gotta go lay down before you get carried away again. You spend all day talking about stuff like this, but you need a nap. Thank you so much for stopping by, Red, and thank you for your input on everything. It was nice having you here, and I hope to see you again soon. If you want to join, if anyone wants to join our Discord, you can do so there. Please be aware, it's an 18 plus Discord, just as this stream is. So if you are below 18 years of age, please leave. It's not safe for neither you nor me to be here. For you to be here, I mean. But if you are 18 years of age, I'd love to have you. What is this creature's environment? It is that mountainous valley, cold and wet. Just vibing for now. I was planning on going to the store today, but it's raining. Oh, goodness. If it's raining, it's a really nice day to stay inside, I think. Maybe this could be a dimorphic structure, with males having beards and females not having it. Join. Bye bye for now. Thank you so much for joining the Discord, Malum, and we're happy to have you. I hope you have a nice nap and that I get to see you again soon. See ya. Let's see. Maybe I do like making creatures have sexually dimorphic traits and structures, like display structures specifically when it comes to, fantasy creatures. It makes them feel more alive, you know. Let's see. Okay. Right. I think if we could have the hair start here, the fuzzy part start here, perhaps. I had it start up here first, but I feel like I need to expand it. Like so. We'll see what we think further on down the line. If we should keep it like that or not. But for now, I think that looks okay. And it sort of gets longer the further down you go. Like it could be fairly short and then get longer when you get to the chest area. and actually even hang fairly low here, I think. Hmm. What is its main prey slash food? I will show you. It's these guys. The qual horns is what I call them. Just qualls. They these beasts have been domesticated by the dominant culture in the valleys and have been bred for certain things. But these ones are the wild ones, and is a comparison, a size comparison of the two. I did make this beast, this qual horn, a slight bit smaller because I feel like it might be a tad big as of now. Oh, what? Then, like, they're still fucking huge, like this. There we go. Is the thing, and I feel like it's more. What's it called? It's more realistic now than what it was before. We're also gonna make this one smaller. Sort of that small, maybe. Let's see how it holds up. Yes, that's good. And then we have the war beast, which is like that thing is fucking huge. And I want it to still be absolutely enormous because the Roths sort of bred them to be these massive, hulking, you know, instruments of war. But now we have something that's a little bit uh, more realistic in all the senses, even if just a little bit is still better than it was. I might actually make these even smaller, like that. The livestock ones. And these get to be this big. Now, let's see here. If we, I really like this structure here that I managed to do. So I might want to copy that here. Like so, perhaps a bit of this for now. I want to do some stuff here. One thing to bear in mind is that predators don't usually go after healthy adults, but rather young, elderly, and sick animals. So you could keep them huge, and the wyverns wouldn't need to be massive to take them on. That is true. Thank you so much for pointing that out. I actually forgot about that. Still, I do like the new size of the quail better because, you know, more realistic that way. So the mouth design of the flying creature, I'm assuming they are more of a group attack scavenger type. Like the main killing blow comes from the talons. Those bison things are massive. Yes. They fight mostly or hunt mostly using their talons, which they have this structure. This structure is on the other side as well. So they have a two thumb-like digits on either side. I took that from this one. You see how it sort of looks like two thumbs? I really like that. So I took that. But I think they might still have three inner claws. You know, just because. Why not? More talents means more damage, means uh, more success, means more profits. Yeah, sure. They obviously have these talents as well, which they could use, I suppose. Hi, Haru. Welcome in, honey. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're having a lovely day. I don't like this. No. There we go. How are you doing today, Haru? It's good to see you again, sweetie. Let's see. I do want like these feathered structures on the face. Feathered structures, these feathers, feather like structures, I guess. Sort of fluff going up to its face, for sure. I personally love that on these kind of creatures. Ticklabungas. I love that name so much. Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day, honey. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. Let's do that perhaps. I'm not sure about this. That might be a bit too much. But I'm trying to. I have two heads for this creature. Either this one, which is where I'm taking this from right now, or this one. Let's see. I'm not so sure about the feather structures on the head now. There we go. quick questions. Do all dragons in this world share a common ancestor, or do they have separate origins? I think I want this world to be this world that I'm building now, which is this world. I don't want any real um gods in. There are godlike creatures like what we would consider godlike, you know, called the primordials is a name I am thinking of using for them. Like embodiments of nature is what I'm thinking. So like moving mountains, maybe, and oceans coming to life, you know, taking shape, but none that are like divine in a sense. More like nature itself is sort of godly in scale and power, I suppose. But I want things to keep fairly naturalistic. Naturalesque? I don't know. I want there to be natural explanations for creatures. Yes. Um, when it comes to origins of creatures, I I tried to make this world sort of fit, you know, like like a Gondwana or what's that huge continent called back in time? Pangea-esque. Yes, thank you. So creatures in different parts of the world might have the same origin, possibly. But I don't think all would have. I think some dragons in this world, what we call dragons, could probably have evolved on their own. This is becoming sort of like a oh the world of tomorrow sort of esque. What are they called? Speculative evolution sort of thing. You know what I mean? I love those things, by the way. Hmm, like the world of Kong and such. Yeah, like well, less so. I can't speculative evolution. Like, what if? What kind of creatures could evolve naturally on a world similar to Earth, but that is not Earth and has things that would not exist here? You know, like magic. There's magic in this world. But even if there's magic, I still want it to be, I want to keep the creatures in it, even if they're fantastical, stay sort of grounded, I guess. Like, how would I make a dragon work, for example? I was asking mainly because if dragons share a common ancestor, they would all share certain characteristics of that ancestor. So if you designed the ancestral dragon, you would have a basis from which to adapt all the other dragons. That's true. That's true. That could be a cool idea, actually. Designing the first ever dragon or their common ancestor. I like that idea. Hell yeah. Let's see. How did I do it here? Okay. I wanna try this. Making it fussy head. Not the biggest fan of it. I think we can let it stay uh, featherless on its head, I feel like. Or not as much feathers, at least. Like up here, there's feathers. Feather-like structures, I should say. They aren't really feathers. Just like uh, dinosaurs didn't have feathers like we know them today. They had something else that was similar to feathers. Oh, actually, what about make them make it have horns, and that can separate the feathers from the scaly parts. Yes. Question for you: how does magic work in your world? That's a good fucking question. I have no clue yet. I have not designed it at all. Um, it might be like ley line related. It might be uh, given by the primordials. It might be science based. I don't know. I don't know yet. But it's something I'm hoping to figure out sooner or later, at some point. This world is kind of co opted by from a different world that I made years ago now that I ran D&D games in, or I'm running D&D games in, and I'm planning on, swapping that out for this instead. Maybe a question for when you get to that part of the world building. Yes, yes. Um, keep that question in mind for when that happens. Yeah. How would a that's the one I was looking at, looking for. I'm thinking top right is what we might do for our dragon. Two holes behind the eye socket and orbital fenestra. So there's a hole for the orbital, for the eye, which is here. Wait, here. Or like that maybe. And then would it be here maybe? It would be there. But this is it's not a T-Rex, but it's a Tyrannosaur? Maybe? I don't know. It would definitely have this, the antorbital fenestra. And here's the, you know, no, wait. Would that be here maybe? The nose hole. But if we have that here, would I also want one there? And if so, how the fuck would the horns grow? Also, I would much rather have it be similar to a Allosaurus, more similar to an Allosaurus than a T-Rex in terms of cranial, what's it called? The blah blah blah. Yeah, interesting. Whoa, whoa, I see dinosaurs. What did I miss? I'm trying to figure out the structures for the horns on this guy. So I was wondering, does it have a post-orbital fenestra? It does have an anterior fenestra, but does it have anterior post-orbital fenestra? I don't know. And how would the horns grow if that's the case? Would the horns maybe be part of the brow ridge then instead? So that's probably the case for these sorts of creatures. Like that. Wild thought. Put the nose holes behind the eyes. Air flows faster into the brain to maintain focus during the high dive, then reinforce the front of the face with a thicker bone for the impact. That is a very interesting idea, I must say. Would it be more like a crocodile then, having the nose here? Or would you say here, having the nose there? That is so interesting. So horns up front. I'm not thinking the horns to be a combative structure. They're supposed to be for display purpose, definitely. If it's a reptile-like, it should have two orbital. Okay. Why draw these fantasy dinosaurs when you can draw a true living chicken T-Rex in the flesh? Welcome, creature. I hope you're having a lovely day, honey. Thank you for stopping by. We're drawing the predator to our qual horns. You know, Carnotaurus could give you an idea for horns in a dinosaur skull. That's true. Look at Carnotaurus. How is everyone doing? I am doing good, thank you. Um, we're working on creature designs. Let's see. Yeah, those are more so brow structures, right? Here would that be then? Wait, would it go? Yeah, it goes far down like that. It is so hot outside. You're dying, and it's only 16 degrees. Oh my god. That is so lovely, I think. Although I want it hotter, even hotter. Let's keep that there for now to just act as a guide, I think. How what we want to do actually. Dying of cold over here. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. It's actually I think it's gonna start raining here soon, which is nice. We had a very hot day the other day, which was really nice, I think. I love the warmth. Yeah, let's see here. So, so. Oh, this is a good picture. Let's do that right there. I think, yeah. I was thinking of a more T-Rex esque post orbital. That's how it would be then. A Draco Rex skull could work. Draco Rex. Nice curvy dinos. Hi, Rune. Welcome back. We're having so many sweets here today. You're scared that your back will become one with the gaming chair. They will meld together. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Draco Rex. Oh, yeah. Actually, Draco Rex. Oh, that is interesting. That is so interesting. I have never really looked at their skulls before. They don't have anything. Wait, do they? No, they do. That one's a replica. Or do they? What? How do they work? Is this the post-orbital? They don't have anything. Oh my god. What? I had no idea. Wait, they're above the head. They're above? Oh my god. There's so many things I don't know. You're here for the dinos. I don't care about the curves. You sure about that, honey? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's an interesting design. Having small wings on the back. Let's see. What about this? That's so interesting. But I don't think these guys would have that level of what's it called? Structure or armor on their heads. A lot of animals lose their post-orbitals on phone. I had no idea. I had no idea. One thing is for sure, my cranium is too small to understand what is going on. Oh, I'm sure, boss. Only pure dinosaur thoughts here. Of course, of course. Human curves, boring. Dino and road curves, highly interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just thought of something. What if these guys fought for dominance, not using their talons, but instead doing something I saw people speculate T-Rex did, and just biting each other's jaws or locking jaws, sort of. So this sort of, you know, if this is the upper head, this is the head of one. Let's see. Like so. There we go. And this is the head of another. You see how they interlock? And it sort of becomes a battle of attrition, and they leave deep scars on their faces. Just imagine a dino, a curvy gravel road. Rude, you have to stop. You never heard of that theory before? Interesting. There's a video on it. Someone made a video. It's an incredible video, I must say. I think T-Rex mating fight. Fight? T-Rex fight? Right. Here it is. I need to show you this because it's so interesting and
This is me. This
a
is
really
Earth 66
cool
million years
idea.
ago, and those two behind me are the largest predators to have ever walked the Earth. And I'm here to show you what a scientifically accurate T-Rex fight would have actually looked like. Now look, these are cool.
Okay,
They're
we're gonna
long,
skip
dynamic, and obviously cost millions of dollars to choreograph, film, and
skip
animate.
to
Like most
the end. Sorry, my guy, film core. I love your stuff, but that's not why we're here. Finally, you fucking did it. You did what? I think like, it's really well done. I think this. And I think it's such an interesting idea. Been trying to fix a book cover all day. That should have been done yesterday because strange artifacts. You finally fixed it. Let's go. That's great. I'm glad. Let's see. I think we can scroll up. Them having like a standoff, you know? This is what I mean. Because we know that they fought each other, right? But it wouldn't have been as, you know, these fantasy-esque versions of it, like they biting each other's necks and trying to kill each other. That's not how nature works. Virtual dinosaur, welcome in. Are they kissing? Yeah. Are they kissing? I think this is really interesting though, and a really good take on how a fight between two rivals would look like. I hope you're doing well, Virtual. Can't they fight like ostrich? Ostro. Ostriches? Yeah. Oh, why not? Like, I'd love to see a T-Rex fight with an ostrich. Your assumption is that they would fight like modern day birds. Oh yeah? Fucking love this. I would give anything to see this live. Me too. Like, this is mighty. Like it's such an impressive idea. Like such a cool depiction of how they would look like. This too, like, it wouldn't try to kill it. They wouldn't try to kill each other, but like just gain dominance, you know. Oh, that's brutal though. It would be an intimidation thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know who won this. Such a cool idea. Who's the biggest, scarier bird? That too. I think they would do intimidation stuff for sure. But if that didn't work, I think this is the most like scientifically accurate depiction of what a fight for the right to mate would look like among these creatures, among these
And that
animals.
brings us to the third and final point.
It's such a cool idea. I love it so much. And I'm thinking we could do the same for this. But I'm thinking that they would most likely develop um, some sort of armor for that purpose then. The blood dripping is pretty intimidating. It fucking is. It definitely is. So let's actually start with this. I wanna get the horn in first. Actually, would it go like this? And also, how big would this horn be? I don't think it would be too big. That I think is a little bit too big. I know this doesn't look nearly as intimidating, but I think it's much more realistic, which is what we're going for, even though this thing is not realistic in any sense. But we can try to skirt the line at least. They would need a more robust skull at the very least. Yes. Unless their bite force isn't as hefty as we see it being. They fight mostly with their talons, right? And only a scratch from these guys would, like from their teeth, would be enough to envenom something. Weak bite forces means smaller skulls? Yeah. They should also be immune to their venom in some way. Yes, for sure. They are definitely immune to each other's venom. And let's see, let's get rid of this. I now know where that is. Keep that, I think. And something I need to figure out is the skull, like the skull, the brain case will go here, I think. Right? And then like that, because they must have something to for the lower jaw to fit in, and this also goes back here. So like that. Possibly? Let's see, maybe we can fill this in a little bit, like, no, not that way. It will be this way. I don't know why. And I don't know if this is actually the case, but this song sounds a lot like something from V Rising. Which I love. V Rising is such a good game. I need to start playing it again. Hmm. I think I need to look up what a dragon skull actually looks like to other people. Okay, I was not ready for these ones. Maybe Pinterest can help. Although I will not be showing you guys my Pinterest. Absolutely not. There's some nasty stuff here that will get me banned for sure. Ugh. Da, 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 da. Um, is that a dragon skull? I'm not sure. That's it. I found it. I found it. But it's wholesome since you're so wholesome. Yeah, it's so totally wholesome. No need to check and see if I'm lying or not. Because I'm obviously not lying. Since it's so totally innocent, you know. Okay. I really like this one though, so I'm gonna go with that. Orbital, post-orbital, uh, anti-orbital. Okay. And then it kind of, what they did is they made the post-orbital go back like this, which I think looks cool. And then they made the cheekbone go back here. But they did is keep this going like this and up, becoming the brain case of the dragon, which I think looks cool. I don't know if you guys um, think so too, but it kind of gives me an idea of its anatomy, its skull anatomy. And its post orbital would be here then, something like this in here. And let's do that. And we can also make the brow sort of a little bit more armored, perhaps. If anything can be more heavily armored for them, I think it's the brow ridge without making it sort of look weird or out of place. Very wholesome indeed. It is cool. That's good. That is good. Um, that uh-huh. Wait, be like that. It's difficult to tell what I'm doing now because it's on such a small scale, I suppose, but trying to make some brow ridges. Post orbital. What did I just say? Post orbital can go back here, I think. Like that. Yes. I think that works. But now that we know where it's going, we can get rid of this. Like just a ridge of these like structures along the skull could be cool. No other reason to have them really. They're different from the horn in a way that they sit on top of the skull, sort of like this the snout. I'm thinking of them going like this, sort of, with the horns going here. Actually, never mind. I don't like it anymore. But we're gonna put in the feathering. Yes, feathering. Is that how you say it? Is that a thing? Feathering? Is that what they did in 40 Days and 40 Nights with the flower? Feathering. I don't know if anyone here has seen that, though. It's kind of a boomer movie. Not gonna lie. If anyone, I think Dev would have seen it. What movie? 40 Days and 40 Nights. Maybe structures like these on the head, like sort of um what are they called? Ridges? Like bumps of no, it wouldn't be osteoderms since they're attached to the head. But I hope you know what I mean, at least. In order to protect against others from its kind while they do battles, sort of. Maybe even have more than one line. Going down their face. Or snout, I should say. They got snout. Maybe I'm thinking their jowls and lower jaws would be sort of heavily armored. They would have lips for sure. Let's give them some lips. Give them some lip service. Lip service. You think you've seen that movie? I saw it a long, long time ago. It's an old movie, but I do remember the movie is about a guy who is addicted to sex, and his brother is a preacher. It's called a priest from 2022. Oh, 2002. It's not old. Dude, that's more than 20 years ago. Rune, that's old. But they his brother, the priest, wants him to stop and repent or something. And so he has to do something uh, to stop him from being addicted to sex. And that is go 40 days and 40 nights without sex. And he starts like hallucinating women without their clothes and whatnot, and become just extremely horny. Um, Almost 25 years ago. That's retro. It's not old. I'm not old. You're old, sweetie. Um, and it ends up with him meeting a girl who they both fall in love, and he tells her that he can't have sex, and they end up in bed still. And the way he makes her orgasm is with a flower, by running a flower up and down her body, a rose specifically, I think it was. kind of insane, actually. Write that trick down. Yeah, guys and gals, take notes. You can make people come with only a rose. I'm not sure it should go as far back as it does. Maybe it should. No, I think it should. Okay, I'm thinking back to iguanas and stuff like that. Flower orgasm. I feel I'd read a fanfic with something like that. Yeah, can make people come without even being there. I've been told it helps. That's actually a good one. Okay, you got me that. You got me good that time. Let's see. Um Defensive structures on the top of the head, on the top of the snout, like this. We need some on the lower jaw as well. They shouldn't be like big. They should be sort of small-ish bumps, I think. Just to have like slightly thicker parts of the skull. That's a powerful ability. Don't waste it. Hmm. That's right. Don't waste it. Sorry. Goodness. Although I don't know about this. Let's see. And I also, when we go back to this, I love the feathering stuff that you can give to bird creatures. You know what this looks like? It looks like the cockatrice, I feel like. It looks like a cockatrice. I need to check. Cockatrice. It looks like a cockatrice. Okay. I kind of like that, if I'm not gonna lie, but I like this more. We're gonna keep it at this. I think. Ah, this made it tougher. Tougher? Tougher. Kind of feels more cohesive this way. So I think we gotta do something in order to make this feel more cohesive. Like, get rid of this and do something better. Right now, it feels kind of weird. Looks kind of weird. Since I enlarged the image. Gonna do that. Hmm. Let's see. Let's go back to the head. Go back to the head. Let's go back. Don't start focusing on other stuff now. You need to finish the head. And then we can build from there. Okay? Sounds good? Good. Don't worry, guys. I'm talking to myself. Hmm. Should this be curved this way? No. No. Would have to be the upper jaw that needs changing then, I think. I think using scales and such doing this is so much more useful for showing how the like how stuff are bending. Hej Enzo! Nämen hej gubben! Hej! Hej Enzo! Hej gubben! Ja men vad gör du då? Enzo is here everybody. The main character. Yes, hello honey. Hi buddy. Hi bunny bun. Hi. Yes, come here. Yes, come here. Okay. Hi buddy. And there we go. Up in the bed. See. And maybe like I'm thinking of what I can do on the chest to like make it feel cohesive. Maybe I'll put some of the like flappy things. What's it called? Fins here? No, I don't know. Hmm. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Um, for the eyes. I mean, I could do some of this. Some of these structures here, like right before the post-orbital. Like on it, almost. On the ridge, or on the line. On the what's it called? On the edge of it, I guess. Oh, this music takes me back. The game was never as good again as it was in Wrath of the Lich King, sadly, in my opinion. Okay. A post orbital goes there. I mean, I think plumage would come up right here, even on the post orbital. To be honest, I don't really know what the post orbital is for. I think vanilla was best. Hmm. I didn't play in vanilla. I joined during Wrath, so I guess I'm kind of biased. I am going to steal this from you. No, maybe that there actually. Having plumage go down all the way to there. Muscle attachments. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Well, that makes sense, I guess. What are you looking at? Why are you looking at me like that? Huh? What are you waiting for? Do we like that? Do we like this? How the plumage goes down to here. Like that. I mean, I think it kind of gives it uh, a more outstanding look. I can't really think of the word. Or do we want to keep it here? And sort of make this feathery. And then make this feathery. That could kind of work. Feel like it looks more unique. Unique. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Hmm. Up there. Okay. I like that. Sort of does it a little bit better. I feel like it's sort of bringing the fluff further forward onto the head better in a better way. I think I need to sit with this for a little bit. Hi, Ramir. Oh my goodness, welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day. Astrid! Oh my goodness. You want to freeze over already? Oh, sweetie. Welcome in, Astrid and Raiders. I hope you're all having a fantastic day and I hope you had a fantastic stream. Welcome, welcome. My name is Myra, for those of you who don't know. I'm a cyberpunk vampire, and today we're working on some creature designing. We're designing a predator for a specific kind of creature. And I hope you all enjoy it, if you're staying. Hi, cutie. Guess it's being a vampire at the moment, too. Oh my goodness. Are you playing Vampire the Masquerade, perhaps? Did I see that correctly? I think I did. I hope you're having a lovely time with that. Thank you so much for the raid, honey. O'Reilly, welcome in. That Drake, welcome in as well. Good damn it. Good damn it. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I just want to say, if you guys need to go, I do not mind at all. Please go take care of yourselves and each other. Get something to eat, drink, or whatever it is you need for your after stream care. So much crazy stuff happening today. Hell yeah. I hope it's all good stuff. This dragon creature looks gorgeous. Thank you. We've been working on it through the day now, and we have a couple of things in mind, so to speak. Actually, I want to get rid of that because this is what it's looking like now. And we also have this version, which is more of a, bird-like creature than the dragon or the drake, wyvern, whatever you want to call it is. I'm leaning towards this one because of physiological, what's it called? Aspects. Yes. Fits with the feathered wings, you think? Thank you. Both are sick as fuck. Thank you. So we're designing this creature to be a predator to this, which is called a qualhorn. They're sort of in an arms race, This guy, the predator took them down by going for this massive hump on their back, on their shoulders. So these guys developed quills, and now these guys have developed a toxic bite. They use their massive talons to dig into the flesh and, take them down in whatever way it can, I guess. It's supposed to be an apex predator of the area that the qualhorn is from. But that's what we're doing. I hope you guys had fun playing some Masquerade. I hope you had fun being vampires. How did you enjoy it? Do you want to keep being a vampire, perhaps? It's absolutely amazing. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Is that so? Are you saying please? Are you saying please as well? But please, Astrid. Please, Astrid. If you need to go get some rest, go sleep, please do so. Please go get that sleep. Get that well-deserved rest. Okay? Please take good care of yourself. That goes for everyone, raiders and those who were here before. Please take good care of yourselves. Otherwise, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be angry. And you don't want to see me when I'm angry. I won't be mad. I am. Oh. Let's see. We can go ahead and just add some of those. When it comes to the transition from scales to fluff, I'm not sure exactly how I want to do it yet. But I know that the head is going to be sort of half, its snout is going to be scaly, while the rest is going to be, fluffed up. I'm thinking right here, like that. This is where the fluff starts on the face, on the head. And if that's the case, we can make sort of a structure go down like on the bird creature like this. Sort of like a bearded vulture. I don't know if anyone here knows about bearded vultures, but they have this really cool structure of feathery down or something, of fluff going down like that. It's such a cool feature thing to have. I love it. And I kind of want to take inspiration from that and do something back here, maybe. I'm thinking it might be a display feature, like the horns are. The horns are not there for combat, you know. They're there for mating and stuff like that. Right. The thing with this, I don't like how the shape here looks now. So I might try and find another place for that feature. You know? Let's do this. I'm not sure what kind of material these feather-like structures, I'm gonna call them, will be. I'm thinking similar to what dinosaurs had. You know. Actually, now that I think about it, this is where the cheekbone sort of goes. Not cheekbones, but like the upper jaw thingy goes. I don't know what it's called, if I'm honest. The cheekbone is here, but it's like connected to back here. I don't know. Someone probably knows. I'm thinking that similar to what we had on this one, I might want to put this on the lower jaw instead, because I really want to keep this. It looks sort of more ferocious. Feathers are modified scales, so they could be any feather you like. I did not know that. Thank you for telling me, Dino. That's really useful, actually. So I was thinking maybe on the lower jaw, it would have similar structures as to here. For when this is obviously a male that we're making, um, since it has these structures, because they're used as sort of modified armor for mating, um, for fighting for the right to mate. And they would probably have that on the lower jaw as well, I think. I think I'm like just repeating a lot of stuff that I've already said, aren't I? Let's see. Maybe, maybe it could have a little goatee. Maybe a little goatee thing. I don't know. I mean, it would look them. It would make them look wise, I suppose. Okay. I feel like I want the structure to be sort of here. Let's do it like this. Structure. I'm using such like so scientific, you guys. I'm a wannabe scientist. The difference between them is that soft hair like feathers predate the feathers found on a bird's wings in evolutionary terms. That's interesting. Okay, and now where would we see this take? Oh, like there, maybe? Sure. Sure, sure, sure. Hmm. Okay. Okay. I must admit that every time you zoom out, you get a flashbang of the human model. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. So maybe like how long would these um feathers go down? Would they go there? Maybe they keep on. I get that it's there. My monkey brain is to blame. I was thinking maybe these feathers sort of continuously grow and they can kind of indicate age. Like the longer they are, the older it is, you know? Okay, sure. That's cool. Old wyverns have long beards. Yeah. And maybe their beards even like continue to grow out on the lower jaw, sort of. Or maybe that's uh, depending on the individual, perhaps. But yeah, you can call this like a bit of a beard, I guess. A beard of feathers. I think that could be a cool addition. But you know what? I think I need to go and get me some dinner now. Would be cool if the Roths had a beard style similar to the Wyverns. That is such a cool idea. I know. Oh my god, I love that idea. I love that idea so much. I am gonna I am gonna keep that in mind. Thank you so much for that idea. Well, everyone, see. Gonna see, let's see. we are gonna be rating the one and only little squiggle right now, because this is the end of stream. You have such brilliant ideas, don't you? You do, Dino. I enjoy having you here while doing creature designing. Helps tremendously. But anyways, we are gonna go ahead and end it here because I need to go and get me some dinner. I am hungry and my throat is hurting from talking too much. But anyways, thank you everyone so much for stopping by. I hope you guys had a good time with me as I did with you. We're gonna go ahead and raid little Squiggle. She's playing some Subnautica too at the moment. So if you have thalassophobia, maybe this isn't the raid for you. This is gonna be my raid message. You can do whatever you want as long as it's respectful, kind of within Twitch TOS. And if you don't have my emotes, you can do whatever emotes you like. No AI, please. But anyways, thank you again, Astrid, so much for the raid. It was lovely having you here, and for you to entrust your community with me. Thank you. And for those of you who are still here, I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what we'll be doing. Maybe some more creature designing because I'm kind of in a groove right now, which is nice. But we'll be doing something at least. If you're here and haven't joined our Discord, you can do so here if you want. But other than that, please take good care of yourselves and each other. Stay hydrated and well rested, and I'll see you all next time. Love you all so very much. Have a good one, everyone. Bye bye.